Thank you so much, Mia, for planning our trip. I think your new travel agency is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what you've got in store for us. Huh. Instead of a dry, sandy trek through the desert, we're in for a mouth-watering dessert tour. I mean, I'm not complaining about all the prospect of extra pie and ice cream, but I do hope that there are some good walking shoes made for wading through custard. Oh, and speaking of walking, the walking tour of the Capitol building, it looks like you accidentally booked us on an open-air bus tour of the capital city instead, and it's supposed to rain all day. I mean, who needs a roof when you can have a free shower, right? Oh, no, Mia, it's okay. I don't want to wash away your plans, but it just looks like you might have gotten some words confused when you were making our itinerary. You see, desert has one S, and dessert has two S's. And when we're talking about the capital with an A, we mean the most important city or town of a country or region. On the other hand, the Capitol building is usually located in that city and is where that city's or country's government offices might be. Don't worry, Mia, we've all gotten our wires crossed before, or in your case, circuits, am I right? We'll go through these travel plans step by step. Let's help Mia get this adventure back on the right track. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to differentiate between common homophones, use them correctly in writing, and correct misuses of common homophones. Let's get into it. Homophones are words that sound similar, but are spelled differently and have different meanings, like Capitol with an O and Capitol with an A. Let's take a look at our first big mix-up of homophones in our travel plans. Are we going there, or there? Let's break it down. THEY''re means they are. For the contraction there, imagine that the apostrophe is a silent, invisible A, making it they are. You could say, they're going to Thailand for vacation. THEIR means possession or ownership. To remember THEIR, think of an heir or ownership, like that's their suitcase or I love their sunglasses. The word THERE is like where. It tells us a location, like over there. Mia, let's take a look at this sentence from our travel guide and use our knowledge of there, and there to correct it. Once you are there, don't forget to visit the vendors at the market. They're known for delicious local food and their hospitality. What do you all think? Once you are there, THEIR is about possession or ownership, but THERE is like where. It makes more sense to use there. We should change THEIR to THERE. All right, let's keep checking. Once you are there, don't forget to visit the vendors at the market. THERE is for where. And we're talking about a group of people who are known for something. Which homophone could we use? They are known for, that sounds better. Let's change it to THEY''re. Once you are there, don't forget to visit the vendors at the market. They're known for delicious local food and their hospitality. Almost done. Let's take a look at that last THEY''re. It doesn't really make much sense to say they are hospitality, which is how it's written. If we're talking about a group of people, people's hospitality means it's theirs, as in possession. So it must be THEIR. Once you are there, don't forget to visit the vendors at the market. They're known for delicious local food and their hospitality. We did it, travelers! Let's take a look at the next stop on our journey, your and your. These are also homophones. And remember the tip from our previous stop. When there's an apostrophe, it can act like an invisible A. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E means you are, as in you are going on a vacation or you are planning a trip. Y-O-U-R signifies ownership. So your sunglasses, your passport, and your suitcase, they each belong to you. Mia, take a look at this sentence and see if you can fix it. When you're leaving for the airport, don't forget your passport or you're going to have to come home. Do you remember what that apostrophe stands for in Y-O-U apostrophe R-E? Yes, that apostrophe is a silent A. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E means you are. Now let's reread that sentence. When you are leaving for the airport, don't forget you are passport. Wait, no, that doesn't sound right. Don't forget you are passport. I don't think I'm a passport. Are you a passport, Mia? If the passport belongs to you, then I think we need the form of your that shows ownership. Y-O-U-R, your passport. When you're leaving for the airport, don't forget your passport, or you're going to. You're going to. Y-O-U-R. Mia, what do you think? Exactly. This needs a silent A. It should be Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. You are. Let's read the sentence now that we've made all of our corrections. When you're leaving for the airport, don't forget your passport, or you're going to have to come home. That's it. We need to make sure we have our passport so you don't have to turn back. Mia, I am so excited for our trip. Now, we're at our last stop before finally getting to our destination. Ooh, Mia, this one looks tough. It's got 2 sets of common grammar mix-ups. First, the mix-up of then and than. T-H-E-N is used when we talk about time or sequence, like what comes next after something. To remember this, think then equals when, telling us when something happens. Like, we'll go to the museum, then to the park. But T-H-A-N is used when you compare things. For example, traveling by plane is faster than traveling by car. Think of compare, which has an A in it when you see T-H-A-N. Next up, accept and accept. Accept with an A means to agree with or receive something. If someone offers you a cool souvenir, you accept it. Accept with an E, on the other hand, means excluding something. If I say we've been everywhere in the city except the museum, that means we've missed the museum. Now let's see if we can apply this knowledge to our travel guide. Here's a pair of sentences from our guide that need some correcting. We recommend trying the bakery on Main Street and then booking a reservation for the museum. Except if you visit on Sundays. The museum accepts walk-in visitors on Sundays because Sunday is less busy than other days. Can you spot the errors, adventurers? Pause the video here and head to your PDF to see if you can figure out the correct use of then and accept and accept. Excellent work, friends. Looking back at our travel notes, we can see then is for when. The travel guide is telling us to do one thing followed by another. They're telling us when to do something, so we use T-H-E-N. Remember, accept with an A means to agree, while accept with an E means to exclude. In our first sentence, we learned that we need to book a tour every day excluding Sunday. That means we use accept with an E. The second sentence tells us that the museum allows walk-in tours on Sundays. Which version of except should we use there? That's right, except with an A. Finally, we see that Sunday isn't as busy compared to other days of the week. If we're comparing, then we're using THAN. Phew, we made it, Mia! With our grammar skills on point, there's no crossroads we can't figure out. We've accepted the challenge and breezed through it with nothing left behind except some commonly mixed up words. We did it then, and we could do it anytime, even better than before. Let's enjoy our desserts while we hang out in the desert. Head to the PDF to unscramble the rest of our travel and practice using our homophones. See you next time.
Hey.